Tonight we have a special guest, a man who has overcome many obstacles in his life and who has preserved the winning a gold medal in weightlifting at the International Games for the Disabled in the year of 1984. Please welcome a Long Island native who will inspire you with his words, Mr. Wayne Washington.
I am truly honored, and it's truly a pleasure in being here today. I would like to take this first opportunity to thank Mary Ann for inviting me here to come to speak. And there are a few people that I have to acknowledge because they truly made a difference and a contribution in my life. And that is Reggie Togo, assistant to the president of Nassau Community College. Let's all give him a round of applause, please. Thank you. And I'd like to thank someone who truly had a vision in mind and who has supported all of us, and that is Dr. Henry Piscotti of the Henry Piscotti School. Thank you. And I'd like to thank someone who's truly been there for me in my career and being a motivational speaker, and that is my agent, Dr. Richard Platt. Give him a round of applause, please. Thank you, Rich. You know, all of you here are special, and you are unique, and you are a miracle. And in an historical context, the world will never be the same again because you came this way. And you see, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what happens in your life, you can never, ever allow your circumstances or the fear to stop you from doing what you are doing in your life, and that's what you're doing. I'd like to share this with you. I'd like to share what has brought me to where I am at right now in my life. I was born with a bone disease called osteogenesis imperfecta, which means brittle bones. I've had 35 fractures, 21 operations, and I lived in the hospital for 12 years of my life. And I went through 3 different foster homes and a group home and didn't learn how to read until the age of 16. Now you see, I truly believe that we all have a special power within us, but the powers that we have will never reveal themselves unless we challenge them. So you want to put yourself in a position where you can't retreat. It's either do or die, sink or swim. Here's what you'll find out. You'll develop incredible swimming skills or swallow half the pool of life. So at this point right now in your life, you are demonstrating. You are courageous. You know, when I give a presentation, I always share with able-bodied people, and I give this story. I would like to share with you how I learned about love. I had a friend who I loved dearly. First of all, I grew up in the hospital at St. Agnes in White Plains in Westchester County. And I'm going to share with you how I learned about love. I had a friend who had muscular dystrophy. His name is Barry. And Barry had special talents and special gifts that I was attracted to him. And I never knew why. And Barry was a genius. He used to play checkers. And he used to beat everybody in the hospital, the nurses, the doctors. He even beat me. And I was bad. And when the nurses were real busy, they used to say, "Hey, Wayne, can you feed Barry?" And I would feed Barry. And through that experience of feeding Barry, Barry gave me the strength to say, "Hey, look, you got to be persistent. You got to be relentless about what you want in your life. And you can never give up." Just through that experience of playing checkers with Barry. But here's what happened. Barry died. One day, a nun came in, Sister Margaret Mary, and she said, "Wayne," she brought 3 of the other young men in the room with me, and she said, "Wayne, I want to tell you that Barry had passed away," because we were supposed to go see Barry that Saturday. And she came in and she said, "Wayne, Barry had passed away." And I cried because the spirit of love was within me as a child, but I didn't know that at that time. But here's what happened. After Barry died, his mother and father used to come up and visit us at the hospital. And through that experience of them sharing their love with me helped me to develop and helped me to put my love out here even more. So what we must learn to do today in this world is learn to love. You see, it takes courage to love. It takes courage to love yourself. It takes courage to get out of your comfort zone and to move and to do something with your life. You see, ladies and gentlemen, if you know anyone who's involved in self-destructive behavior, it's your responsibility to deliver the message. You're not responsible for their behavior. It's just your responsibility to deliver the message to them. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink it. But if you can create a thirst where that horse want to drink the water, and then you're doing something. So as I go on, and as I begin to manifest my greatness, you see, I truly believe that everyone here has greatness within them. You have that in you. You see, your talent is God's gift to you. And what you do with it is your gift to God. So if you're not doing anything with the ability and the talent that you have within you, that is no one's fault but your own. So we got to learn to take responsibility. You see, the greatness that we have will never reveal itself unless we challenge them. You want to use the gifts and talent that God has given you in your life. Life is unpredictable and it's uncertain. You're here today, you're gone today. So what are you holding on to? Come on out here in the arena. Come on out here in the arena and participate in life. And that's what life is all about. I'd like to share with you, when I was living in the Bronx, I lived in a group home. And they used to allow us to go home on the weekends. And I used to take the L at Westchester Avenue, the subway, to go to Brooklyn. And I used to have somebody carry my wheelchair up the stairs, and I would hold on to a railing and walk up to the L. And people used to ask me, "Hey, Wayne, why you roll like you roll? You see how I roll? I got a little roll with me." Usually I would have a mic attached to my jacket, and I could show you how I roll, because I'm a bad roller. And people would ask me, "Hey, Wayne, why you roll like you roll?" The reason why I roll like I roll is because I used to have to deal with some pretty rough neighborhoods. And I used to roll like this, and I would say to myself, "Hey, you know what? I'm a bad little dude here. You're not going to mess with me." So what happened was that people used to say, "Hey, look at that little guy. What's wrong with him?" But as you begin to look at your lives, I want to ask you, how many people here are disabled in the head? You see, if you're not living your dreams, if you're not doing the things that you know you could be doing in your life, what are you? You're more disabled than I am. People say to me, "Hey, Wayne, you're disabled." I say, "What are you talking about? Who's parking in a handicapped parking space? Get a life, hello?" So as you begin to look toward the future, as you begin to realize that it's not about all the things that are going on out here. It's about you. It's about you making a difference, making a contribution to life. Life is unpredictable and it's uncertain. There is so much ability and so much talent. You know, sometimes I get so angry because of all the things that are going on, because I see and I realize that human beings have a lot more in them instead of being self-destructive to one another. And it's sad that we have to be that way because there's a lot more in us to do. Would you please do me a favor? Repeat after me, please. I am a star. I can't hear you. That is really weak. This is weak. Hello? Hello? I can't hear you. That is weak. Repeat after me again, please. I am a star. All right. I like that now.